Prudence is a Phoenix-based financial coach, fee-only partner. She's dedicated to empowering professionals and small business owners on their journey to financial freedom. Born in rural China, Prudence moved to the US in 2012, achieving her own financial freedom by 2021. Congratulations. Leverage her experiences from over a decade in private equity and corporate finance. Combined with her teaching experience at Arizona State University, Prudence founded Walker USA and Enso Financial. Her mission is to guide others towards a life of abundance and fulfillment, both financially and personally. Being a mother, lifelong learner, and advocate for financial education, Prudence is passionate about making impactful financial wisdom accessible to all. Thank you and welcome, Prudence.
Thank you so much, Anne. Hi, I'm Prudence Zhu, so very happy to be here and speaking to you all. And I just want to add very quickly, I'm one of the few financial advisors that doesn't sell product or get paid through a commission. Because after more than 10 years in the finance industry through, private equity, corporate finance, as well as financial advising, I just think that a lot of the financial products out there are misleading and predatory and fundamentally wrong. And that's why I want to be here, increase our literacy and understanding our rights, and have a clearer path to a really trustworthy path to financial freedom. All right, let's start by a show of hands. Are you satisfied with your current life? I know I am. I know Cecilia is. I don't see your hand. Anyone else? All right, that's very good to see. How about, are you very satisfied? Who's very satisfied with your current life? Awesome, amazing. All right, let's do a reality check. Quickly. So this is a recent Gallup poll on how people are what percentage of the population are very satisfied with their current life. And you can see that there are 3 categories where people are differing depending on their answers. People making 100,000 or more are more likely to be very satisfied with their lives, and people who are married are more likely to be very satisfied. People who attend a religious service weekly, at least on a weekly basis, tend to be more satisfied. However, the sad situation is that compared to last year, on all fronts, we didn't make any progress. In fact, the situation got worse. And that's why, through my experience and my webinars, my working with clients, this year I developed a program called Couples and Money to increase the satisfaction of couples. It doesn't have to be couple. I know a lot of you might be single. It just takes another trusted partner. It could be your sibling, it could be your parents, it could even be your kids if they're old enough. So this program takes people through 7 stages, right? So we have 7 online webinars. And it's a group coaching, so everybody learns from each other's life experience. The first topic is love. We need to feel loved, and we need to be able to love others so that we can connect and feel grateful. The second topic is fear. So as you can see, those 2 topics are all driven by emotion, because money has 2 sides, right? There is the number side, there is the technical side, but more importantly, the action-driven part is the emotional side. If you think back, when was the last time you made your financial decision? I think, when was the last time you bought a car? Is it because You look at the car and you calculate on your bank account that you can afford it, so you bought it, or is it because you really like it? Okay. And the second part is fear, also emotion. A lot of us grew up with a lot of mixed feelings about money, a lot of times bias around money. And that's why we need to face it. We need to explore and be at ease with our own feelings. The third topic is ideal life. Yesterday, we talked a lot about vision. So this is your vision of your ideal life. What's the perfect moment that will help you experience a fully fulfilled life, a life worth living? And we dive into that. The fourth topic is transformation. In order to live that ideal life, in order to have a fulfilled life, to follow your dreams, so what is the thing that has to change? It doesn't have to be big. It could be very small, like getting up early and start exercising, or it could be start listening actively to people around you. But that is a change, and that's a transformation process. The next one is taking back baby steps. We take action. We start with small action, right? We are learning new habits. We're establishing new routines. The next part is knowledge. That's when we come back to the technical side. See, we take money decisions, take two actions, right? Take two sides of the coin. One side is knowledge, technical, and the other side is emotion, follow your heart. Once you combine the two, you get the result you want. And then the last but most important, we keep the momentum going so that we continue doing it and we sustain the change. Okay, enough about like all the technical and preaching. Let's take a real life example. Jessica came to me very overwhelmed. She's a typical sandwich generation. She had to take care of kids, take care of aging parents, and not to mention she has a full-time job and a family and husband. A lot of times she said, it feels like I'm no longer myself and drowning. That's crazy. That's not a healthy status of mind to be in for anybody. And through the process, we discovered that there is a way out. And she started implementing a routine of getting up half an hour or an hour earlier than the kids and learning reading books about active listening and how to imagine situations, how to respond to people with a more comprehensive and compassionate response. And the result is amazing. Not only her relationship with her kids, her husband, even her mom improved. She even got recognized at work because of improved leadership and coaching ability and got a promotion. And that's Jessica. And here is Michelle. Michelle, on surface, she's living a wonderful life. She got everything that she wanted. However, behind the scene, both her and her husband recognize that there is an elephant in the room, which is mounting credit card debt. They were collecting more credit card debt in order to support their life together. But she doesn't understand why her husband is having conflict with her, why he can't see that she's doing it for them, for the family. And after the process, we explored what is most important to Michelle, what is most important to her husband. And she realized that it is not the material things that she's been collecting, it is the comfort and the security of a life together, of a life of happiness. And that's when the transformation happened. Now she's being more diligent with where she spends her money, and she's communicating more with her husband. And she's now saying, I feel peace seeing our savings grow. And they are on track to build up their nest egg for retirement. It's never too late. And that's Jason. You might know someone in your life like this. Jason has a very high paying and prestigious job with a big company. She has a PhD. She is recognized as a fabulous and contributor of the company, and he enjoys it. But deep inside, he's saying, I'm working harder than ever, but it is eating me alive. Last year, he had a panic attack at work and had to go to the emergency room. And it didn't get better. So in our program, we dived really deep in what's his real passion. And he realized that this work and this stress isn't what he wanted. Deep inside, he really wanted a business of his own. And that's when he started to take some extra time and even invest a little bit, exploring different ventures. Seeing his change, his wife also joined in with marketing and graphic design, website building, and all that. And now he's saying, every step forward bring us together, bring us closer. And it's really amazing for me to see their transformation and their change. That's why I'm so passionate in my job. So a little bit about me. As Anne mentioned, I grew up in rural China. This is the place I spent most of my childhood. There wasn't nothing. The floor wasn't even paved. There was no bathroom. And that was in 1985. I came to the US in 2012, got my MBA from Notre Dame, and really thankfully they gave me a full scholarship. And that's also where I met my husband. After graduating, I've been working in corporate finance, building a family, and the picture on the right was last summer. We were having a vacation in like a 5-week-long vacation in Europe. I didn't have makeup on, but I was so happy that our family was enjoying that moment. So now I founded Baobab USA and Enso Financial. Both are fee-only companies to provide trustworthy guidance to people who wants to be better, who wants the transformation, and who wants a fulfilling life with financial freedom. So I create a lot of content on LinkedIn. I have a newsletter. I have 2 YouTube channels, one in English, one in Chinese. And here's my website, and you can also book a consultation with me. So let's go back. We talked about actionable, lasting change and its baby steps, right? Here are the rule of thumbs or best practices that you can evaluate yourself and start thinking what are the things that you can do to get better. Okay, so first of all, identify your passion. What can't you live without? A lot of people will say it's my health, my relationships, my spiritual pursuit, financial freedom, a house. And I like to say it's like Rafi's song, like, all I really need is a song in my heart, food in my belly, love in my family. So at the end of the day, it's really simple, and we need to focus and deeply rooted in those fundamental things. Okay, the second one, build a gratitude routine. We did a lot of that yesterday, and I can't highlight enough. It is so beneficial. Every moment you take thinking about what you are grateful for and thinking about, all the things that we're taking for granted, including air conditioning, safe water, people around us, all the support, that brings us closer to everybody around us. And it helps us to be rooted and feel happy. Now we get to the numbers, okay? Okay, pay yourself. This is one thing I always stress to my small business owner clients. Pay yourself first. don't work so hard in order and reinvest in your business. You have to pay yourself and recognize your hard work and build your own security and freedom. That's the first rule. And then a lot of people say there's the 50-30-20 rule. I don't know if you are familiar with it. It's basically 50% of your income goes for essentials, things like utility, mortgage. 20% of your income goes for lifestyle, like travel, hobbies, entertainment. And 20% has to be either paying back your debt or saved and invested for the long run. Okay, next one, build and maintain a good credit score. So that is so important. And here is the link where you can click and do a small self-assessment and see where you are. Next one, automate. If you get payments, automatically already, contribute to your retirement account, automatically paying down the credit card debt if you can, automatically save for your additional financial goals, and automatically invest in a preset allocation that is diverse and low cost. Okay. Next one, have the right insurance coverage. Oh my gosh, this one is so important, especially as we're starting to build our financial foundation. Just last year, I had a client who had a car crash, but had no collision coverage on her car. So she had to pay out of pocket and buy a new car. And I had another client who was in a car accident and unfortunately at fault, and he doesn't have more than minimum coverage on liability. Things like that can easily wreck your financial plan. So, but one thing to pay attention to is that here, the most important ones are what I call the consumer's insurance. It's more like it's use it or lose it kind of insurance, like car insurance, home insurance, umbrella insurance, term life insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance. Okay, don't commingle insurance with investment because you will have to pay dearly for that. I had many policies, like client has been in the life insurance, permanent life insurance for over 10 years. And what they can get, meaning the cash value of the insurance, is not even as much as how much they put in. Isn't that crazy? Okay, next one, have a living will. If you have a lot of assets and a lot of, interest that could conflicting with each other, then definitely have a living trust. Next one, be patient. It takes time to grow wealth. Okay. Even multi-billionaire Warren Buffett, I think some statistics have it that 90% of his wealth was accumulated after his age 65. So that's the power of time, the power of good investment strategy. All right. So we have limited time today, but I have this financial freedom toolkit for couples. It doesn't have to be couples. It could be, but it is a team exercise. Take someone that you fully trust and use this toolkit. It is a starting point of a wonderful journey. Also, if you want to get more, I have this Couples and Money program that starts on March 7th. It is a cohort, a very small cohort of 7. And if you're interested, I have the QR code to sign up. There is an early bird discount that expires on Valentine's Day. And there's also my company website for my other services. Cool. That's my presentation.